Richmond of North Richmond, a Virginia man, has dropped a diss track against Epstein, and conservatives haven't backed a country music artist like this since Morgan Wallen dropped the N-word. Oliver Anthony has went viral with a song about rich politicians making the world worse for everyone, something we should all agree on, but some people aren't fans of the controversial lyrics like the ones about minors and Epstein's Island. He even roasted Lizzo. Well, possibly, but I like to think he did. Someone against the song is a writer at The Guardian named Matthew Cantor. With a headline like that, this dude probably has pronouns in his bio. Actually, let's check. Let's call a spade or a they. The Guardian writer says the song is punching down. He's upset the artist talked about having to pay high taxes and people abusing food stamps. And I don't blame the artist. I hate donating. The Guardian asks you to donate more than a crackhead on a 405 exit. Matthew Cantor is even upset the artist dissed Epstein, which makes me think these two probably shared the same hobbies. And I'm not just talking pickleball. There's a joke with that word that I can't make. He even accuses the right of helping this man go viral, like the DNC doesn't have influencers on payroll. And since punching down is such a big deal to this guy, then consider this punching up. I'm just a PowerPoint comedian that jokes about the news. One of my followers even refers to me as Newsboy. I've laughed at that for 3 days now. So to show how hypocritical of a journalist you are, which would be punching up, considering this mic is $30 and I wrote this sipping cheap whiskey, I did some journalistic research. The Guardian sucks. I would know. I read 9 of their articles this year, which I never consented for that to be monitored, by the way. A little creepy you track that. Hopefully they don't track your love for Epstein, Mr. Cantor. Your site goes on to create a sob story for donations. It says you don't have the money like some billionaires such as Elon Musk, which owns an app that thought space lasers started the Maui Fires. Not sure why you'd compare your news outlet to that, but okay. And it's true. You don't have billionaires running your company. Matter of fact, you don't need that. Your organization is a billionaire. I looked up who runs The Guardian, and it's the Guardian Media Group, which has one shareholder, the Scott Trust Fund, who is ran by a board with old Jacob Sundy at the head of the board. So I tracked down the endowment report for the Scott Trust Fund, and it turns out the fund owns $1.6 billion. And that's good. It's now a board of people in charge because, well, the Guardian used to buy things that, let's just say, you aren't allowed to sell on TikTok Shop. I'm not going to release my tax returns, but $1.6 billion is a bit more than GTV Studios brings in. So the joke about you having pronouns in your bio and that you had the same hobbies as Epstein, well, that's just me punching up. Like I said in my last video, I'm the DJ Khaled of journalism.
Pay and believe in us. God did.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Semi-Daily Night Show with Gary TV, your host, Gary.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch. And please welcome the President of the United States.
We did it, Joe.
Just making sure you're paying attention.
Welcome to the Semi-Daily Night Show. The crazy Plain Lady's apology. The viral Plain Lady and Simp Exposer has issued an apology video for saying,
But I am telling you right now, that back there is not real.
but I think the apology
It's not real.
I don't think it was real. The Plain Lady released a 2-minute long apology. She never says if the motherfucker is real or not, so we will never actually know what she saw. Now, airports encourage more morning drinks and pill abuse than Coachella, so seeing people freak out in a terminal is becoming very common. While lizard people are probably real, I mean, look at George Soros, I have my doubts about her. In what world are these the same people? I mean, they both do look like upper middle class Texas women that carry a Stanley Cup everywhere with them, but still, I think that
It's not real.
and she's stealing the fame. She has a poorly made site saying stay tuned like an influencer who got their first discount code, and her Twitter account has grown to 111,000 followers. Something my TikTok should have done if they didn't take down my best videos. She even has a YouTube channel with the apology. A multi-platform upload means you're trying to grow a following. Something I can't believe is real. Maui Fires. Now I have more faith in the US government's response to disasters than the world has in Logan Paul's soon-to-be marriage. The Maui government is responsible for racking up more bodies than Logan Paul's fiance. I'm sorry, I had to. Dylan Dennis is going off on Twitter with these pictures. What is happening in Maui is sad. We should be banding together and helping them. But the only thing Americans apparently love more than cheeseburgers, even if that cheeseburger is in paradise, apparently is Ukraine. Because the federal government has given the citizens a $700 relief check, which wouldn't even get you 2 nights in most of the hotels there. Real estate developers have been reaching out to victims to already buy the property, which should be a crime, alongside real estate agents having access to social media. These work for 3 days and put #grind. Now, I don't want to make this political, but the last administration at least threw paper towels at them. And that's still more than what Biden has been doing. But in lighter news, Snow White is turning into woke white. I can't believe I just said that. The main actor and princess of the movie has been doing press and has took it upon herself to say they may rewrite the whole script. She says they rewrote the entire movie and that a prince doesn't come and save the princess. And in fact, the princess is such a girl boss that the male prince's scene may all be cut.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story, with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. So we didn't do that this time. Cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows?
She sounds like a kid fresh out of college that has never worked a real job in her life and thinks the entire world is wrong and her ideas are better than everyone's. Now, Snow White isn't white, which means Ben Shapiro has a new podcast episode, but the 7 dwarves aren't even little persons. At least get that one right. I still don't know the correct term for that. I'm trying. But the real problem here is anyone old enough to hold a driver's license liking Disney. To all annual Disneyland pass holders, look at me. Get a hobby and grow up and go to Disneyland once every 5 years like a responsible adult. We're a country fighting over what a fictional princess does in a movie made for children or people who still act like children. That dude who wrote Rich Men of North Richmond may be onto something.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live!